It's another football weekend, and athletes across the country are making money like never before in both college and high school. But with the recent election, the future may be uncertain for these kids and their parents with name, image, and likeness contracts, and even those who don't. Joining us tonight is Robert Boland, a sports law attorney with the Shoemaker Law Firm in Ohio and a professor at Seton Hall University. It's great to see you, Robert. So for all of these years, the NCAA has been collecting a lot of money selling tickets for games. Do you think it's fair for players to get a percentage?
Yeah, college athletics is an $18 billion business, only exceeded by the NFL. And so, yeah, the athletes have helped make that possible. And they have been denied probably for too long a percentage of that. One of the challenges is what's the system for sharing that revenue? And right now that is name, image, and likeness.
Yeah, and these are young athletes, not professional. With NIL being unregulated, are there people taking advantage of these athletes just simply to make a buck?
Oh, for sure. There are plenty of examples out there where athletes have not gotten what they were promised, less than they were promised, or none of what they've been promised. And there are certainly people out there waiting to take some of that money from them when they get it. On the other hand, there are many good things to NIL, allowing athletes to benefit tremendously. So it is very much a mixed bag, and one that probably demands some cleaning up and some fixing.
Considering how young some of these athletes truly are, does money management weigh on your mind as a potential concern?
Yeah, it most assuredly does. And I do think it has a benefit to give athletes some participation in percentage, maybe at a lower level, before they make a lot as a professional, and in some cases maybe all they're going to make. So there are advantages of it, but yeah, there are very much concerns about the youth and immaturity of some of the athletes out there and needing protections around that.
Obviously, the election is still weighing on a lot of people's minds right now. There's a lot of uncertainty about NIL with full control of Congress. What do families need to know as we move into the new administration?
Well, we're probably heading for a time where the movement that went along with NIL of athletes being employees and athletes being union members is probably going to slow down, if not stop. And so NIL may exist as the predominant system by which athletes are paid, which means you're not an employee, you're an endorser and an independent contractor. So those are important things to think about. We're also looking ahead to a settlement in the case of NCAV House that will probably get green-lighted by a Republican Congress and an administration, which will allow schools to pay some athletes directly, but NIL will still be out there for others, if not just somewhat restricted.
It'll be interesting to see what happens. Robert, thank you so much for joining us. Have a great weekend, whether or not that involves watching sports.
Thank you so much, Didi.